Imagine you're driving in your car. It's a nice day. Everything seems to be going just fine. And you know what? You are seeing a squirrel. But oh no, this squirrel is going across the road. You're about to hit it with your car. What do? Of course, you swerve to the left or to the right and you end up in a ditch. You hit the tree. And unfortunately, you are hurt. But the squirrel is okay. But what do? You are hurt. You need some help. You look to your right and you see your phone. What do? Well, of course, you don't do anything. A few hours later, someone finds you in a car, dead. And you decide to stay as a ghost for a bit, and then you see someone writing a death certificate. And you know what they put on it? That you died because you were too shy to call an ambulance. Boop. You are standing on the sidewalk, your headphones on, some good music playing, and then you see some guy across the road is waving at you. So what do? Just to be nice, you wave back at them. But then you realize they were not waving at you, they were waving at someone behind you. So what do? Well, you keep your hand up just to not seem too weird. So you keep your hand up, so a taxi pulls up because they thought you're pulling the taxi. So just to be nice, you get in and it's a taxi going to the airport. So you want to be nice, so you go to the airport just to not be awkward. So once you're at the airport, someone asks you, hey, where are you flying? And you don't want to seem weird because you're at the airport for no reason. So you say, oh, I'm flying to... You look at the board and you're like, oh, the first flight's to Poland. And it turns out he is going to Poland as well. So now you are going to Poland and you are gonna live there now. Just to be nice and not awkward. Boop. You were feeling a bit hungry, so you decide to go to a restaurant. You sit down and you order your food. A waiter comes back soon. And he's like, here's your cup. Oh, thank you. He puts down the cup. You're like, thank you. Then he fills up the cup. Thank you. Then he says, I'll be back soon with your food. Wow, thanks a lot, you say. A few minutes later, he comes back with the food and puts it down. But then, for a brief second, he looks at you. You look at him. And then he gently smiles as if he knows you, as if he understands you, as if he is madly and deeply in love with you. In that brief second, you think to yourself, is this love? Is this what love feels like? Then he says, enjoy your meal and leaves. And then you eat your food and daydream about it for the rest of your life. Boop. You're sitting down on a couch watching TV. You are watching series that you are really into right now. But unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end, and the series end. But there was this one character that you really liked. So what are you gonna do when the show's over? You are gonna adopt their personality. You are going to become them. You will say what they say, you will act like they act, just because they were so good in that show. You will even start wearing the same clothes as they did. Boop. You are sitting in a group setting. You're in a group and everyone is having a conversation, but you realize that nobody's actually talking to you. It doesn't seem like anyone is acknowledging your existence. You just feel like furniture in the room. So you decide, you know what, I will crack a joke. I will say something funny and everybody will laugh and everybody will realize I'm here. So you crack a joke, but no one seemed to have noticed and no one laughed. So what do? You just repeat it louder. And then someone turns around to you and says, you just said that. And you realize you just said unfunny joke twice. And now you regret not being a furniture in the room. Boop. You are talking to a guy and he says, hey, did you know that the earth is flat? And you're like, what? The earth is not flat. And he's like, yeah, I read it somewhere, the earth is flat. So as an INFP, you start to explain to him, Earth can't be flat because then this gravity wouldn't be the same on every spot, and it would be. And then he just stops you, and it's like, no, you're talking too much. Earth is flat. This is what it is. And you're like, no, just let me just. And then he's like, yeah, this is. See, you can't. You don't know what you're gonna say. So Earth is flat. This is what it is. You don't have an argument. And you're like, no, I do. And then he stops you again. And no, you don't. You don't have an argument. I'm right. And this is how it feels to be an INFP. You don't know how to articulate your point, even though you are right. And it feels bad. Boop. You are at a shop. You're doing your weekly shop, you know? But there's a problem. In the corner of your eye, you spotted an acquaintance. Not a close friend. An acquaintance. Someone that you know, but you don't really want to talk to. So you avoid looking that way. You don't really, you go different way, and then you look at the cashiers, and then you're like, oh, he's there. So you go to a different cashier, and then you are starting to get out, but he's there. At the exit, he spotted you, and he is waiting to talk to you, and there is no way out. You look outside the windows just to see the weather, just to have something to talk about. So you walk up to him and say, hey, how are you doing? Nice weather outside, isn't it? And then he's like, oh yeah, how are you doing? Tomorrow we're hanging out with other people from work. Do you want to come just for drinks and things? You fall silent. You are searching your brain for excuses. But this is an acquaintance, so you have to be professional. So this is what you say. I actually performed an activity yesterday. Please wait 3 to 5 business days recovery period to submit another inquiry. I have to go now. Bye bye. Boop. You are driving in your car, and it's all good. The music's playing, you're driving along, you're daydreaming about something you're gonna do when you get back home. All is pretty much good. But then something appears in your rear mirror. Another driver. And he's driving quite close to you. And then you start to panic. You look at your speed. You look at the driver. Are you driving too slow? Are you driving too fast? You are very careful on brakes not to scare the other driver. You are very careful not to hurt the feelings of the other driver. You have become very self-aware of how you drive because you don't want the other driver to think badly of you. What if he hates you? What if he's behind you thinking, oh, what a bad driver in front of me? No, you don't want that. So you are very careful about how you drive, and even speed up if he's driving really fast. You would rather break some laws than break some hearts. Boop. Now this is actually my story, something I did. So I was working at a place and I was quite new. So they invited me to play football or soccer for all you Americans. And because I didn't want to be awkward, I didn't want to be a one guy that's not going, and I know a little bit how to kick balls, I said, fine, let's go play some football. So I went, and of course it was England, so it was wet and I had wrong shoes, so I kept slipping, like really badly slipping. But that would be fine. Clumsy, fine, not too bad. But it was my first time being in England, and I didn't know that usually after such activities they go to a pub and then they sit there and have a drink, have a meal, have a good time, it's their culture. So after we were done kicking balls, it was actually my boss that was supposed to drive me home, and they all went to a pub and they said, oh, let's go to a pub for a bit. And I didn't know that for a bit means quite a bit for them. So I said, oh no, you know what, I'll wait outside, for you. So I sat outside a pub, or like a bar for you Americans. I sat alone outside for like 2 hours waiting for people to come out. And just imagine, all the people that were playing football just came out of the pub, and they're like, this new guy just sitting by himself in front of the pub for 2 hours instead of coming in. How weird is that? Boop. You are standing in front of a mirror. You have to practice this. You tell yourself. You need to rehearse so you know what you're saying. So you start. Hello. Okay. Hello, I would like to order a pizza, please. Oh, bloody hell, that was hard. Let's do it a few more times so I know what I need to say. But all this changes if you are with the person you like and they want a pizza and they are like, oh, I'm too shy to order a pizza. I don't think I'll eat anything then because I'm just too shy. Then you're like, give me the phone. Tell me what you want. And you're already dialing. You don't even know what they want. You're already dialing the number. You're like, go on, let's go. Hello, is this pizza place? Okay, hey guy, just wait a bit because we're thinking what pizza we're going to get, okay? Thanks. My friend here, he wants a pizza and I will get him a pizza. What pizza you want? Sweetie pie? Pepperoni? Yeah, pepperoni. Pepperoni to this address. Thanks a lot. Bye. And you hang up. And this is what you do when someone is vulnerable next to you. Boop. You're sitting on a computer. You're just scrolling through social media. Everything is good. Everything is fine. You suddenly see some art and you think, wow, this is some great art. I should become an artist for the rest of my life. And then you swipe again, and 3 seconds after you see a political post about something unjust and about something horrible happening in a different country, and you think, I should become an activist. I should do something about this. But then you see something about psychology, like a psychological fact or something, and you think, why are people like this? Why people behave the way they behave? I need to find a reason for this human condition. But a short while later, you see a cool picture of nature, and you start daydreaming about having a house in an isolated area in like a mountains or forest, or maybe somewhere right bang middle on the sea. Or maybe you could become an explorer of some foreign countries. Then you realize that sadly 3 hours have already passed since you've been doing this, and now you just feel bad that you just wasted some time instead of actually becoming any of these things. Boop. You're starting to slowly wake up. You start to open your eyes and reality is coming back to you. You realize who you are and all the responsibilities that you need to do. And then you are reminded of your dream. You just spent 3 years on an alien planet where unicorns were in charge and everybody was communicating in songs and silly dances, and where you saved the whole town from evil robots and everyone was grateful for your help. As you slowly wake up, you just think to yourself, maybe it's better to just move to that planet, instead of getting out of bed. Boop. You are sitting next to someone and you are having a conversation, and just to keep the conversation flowing, you ask about their music, and so you start talking about music. He shows you a song and then it's your turn to show him a song. So you pick your telephone, you get your best song, specifically tailored for this mood and something that's gonna capture like your entire existence. So you play the song, but there's a problem. The guy keeps talking through the song. He is not even listening to the song. You are playing the song and he just keeps talking like it's not even playing. He's never gonna get the song. He's barely listening. He didn't even notice your favorite voice crack that happens right after the second verse. This voice crack is where you get hit by the feels, and he will never know that. He will never experience this song like you do. And then after 45 seconds, he just say, yeah, it's alright song, let me play you my song. And he just switches the song. Disgusting. Boop. You are sitting on a bench in a park. It's a very nice day, and you are listening to your headphones. Everything is good, everything looks nice, but you look at your phone and it's about time you leave. You have to go places, But someone else sits on the same bench next to you. So what do? Well, you are a nice and a kind person. So what do? You wait. You wait a bit, even though you're gonna be late for your bus. you sit there and you wait a bit just so that person doesn't think you're getting up because they just sat down, because you're nice like that.
Boop.
You are at a friend's house and you're having a pretty good time, but they have kids, little humans. And the kids like you, so they sit with you and you entertain them, But you've got a very important question to ask them. What do you want to be when you grow up? And they start answering the questions. And what do? You are taking notes. INFPs ask that question because they still don't know what they want to do when they grow up. Even though they're already grown up, they are still looking for ideas, okay? So kids, what do you want to do when you grow up? I need ideas from you, okay? A baker? Come on, Lucy, I already tried that. Think of something else.
Boop.
You are sitting at the therapist and you're having a chat. So how are you feeling today? And you say, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling down. I'm not my best, And the therapist says, but did you try to play some happy songs for yourself to lift your moods? And you're like, you know what? I actually didn't. So I'll try that and see if that works. Thank you. Thank you for your session today. You were very helpful. And then they get up and they get out of their own heads. Because to actually go to a therapist, you have to call them. And that's hard. And that's work. And that's too much, okay?
Boop.
You are sitting on a bus. You mind your own business. You've got, of course, your headphones on. All is good. But then someone sits down next to you. But you keep looking outside the window and ignore them. But then you start to hear something through the headphones. They are saying something to you. So you take off your headphones and they're like, hi, you're right. And you're like, yeah, fine. Then they don't say anything. So you put your headphones back on. 3 seconds later, they say something again. So you answer the question and you put your headphones again. Don't they get the message? And you put the headphones and they start talking again. And then you're like, okay, fine. You look, the bus is stopping and you're like, this is... You get up, you get out. This is not your stop. This is nowhere near your stop. But you'd rather walk with your headphones than go through that torture.
Boop.
You are at your house. You're currently chilling and relaxing. You're having some good time alone, okay? But you receive a text saying, hi, are you busy? So you don't really want to be dishonest. So you say, no, not really. And then to your horror, you see an incoming call. So you leave the phone, take a nap, and then message them back 3 days later saying, sorry, actually, I was very busy. Do you still need something from me?
Boop.
You are having a conversation with someone, and it's going quite well. Everything seems quite natural, but then, for some reason, you become self-aware, and then you realize that you are now manually making eye contact and you don't know how to do it, so you keep switching between eyes. Is it left eye? Are you supposed to stare into the left eye or the right eye? So you switch between them, left eye, right eye, then you look away for a few seconds just so it's not too awkward. So then you switch back to the eyes, and then the person just asks you, so what do you think? And you just completely, you don't even know what they said.
Boop.
You are moving houses, but moving houses is a lot of hard work, and you are only one person, so inevitably you have to ask your friend to help you out. So you say, hey, could you help me with this thing? Absolutely no pressure though. Totally okay if you can't. If you'd rather run me over with the car, that's cool. Are you mad at me?
Boop.
You are having a conversation with someone that you tolerate, okay? And they keep talking about something that happened to them. So you keep saying, damn, that's crazy. They keep talking again, and you're like, damn, that's crazy. And they keep on going. You're not even sure if they are breathing between the sentences. So you say your third, damn, that's crazy. And they just keep talking. So you just decide to zone out and let them have a ramble.
Boop.
you decided to go out with some people for bowling. Okay, you have to go out sometime. So you decided to go to a bowling alley and have a bowl. And it's your turn now. So you do the bowl and it goes pretty good. You got plenty knocked over. Then you turn around and then you realize everyone is looking at you. And suddenly you realize how awkward it is to walk back after you bowl in bowling.
Boop.
If you enjoyed the video, you can buy me a coffee to help me make the videos faster. Links in the description. Thank you.